The Kazakhstani flags are flying here as they've turned out to support their fighter, Gennady Golovkin, as Steve Smoger calls them in.
Please, and by my commands, respect the bell, and above all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. God bless you both.
All right.
Final instructions of Steve Smoger. Again, 10-point must-scoring system. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. The fighter cannot be saved with the bell in any round. Referee, or in the case of New York, the doctor may stop the fight in case of an accidental foul. Go to the scorecards after 4. Decked out in the white trunks is Gennady Golovkin. Gabriel Rosado is in the primarily blue, red, white, and blue trunks. Golovkin attacks right away. Golovkin, a very, very heavy puncher. 21 knockouts and 24 wins. Rosado has 13 knockouts in his 21 wins. Rosado on the catching side right now as Golovkin has started out very fast.
Yeah, he did, and that's what Golovkin needs to do. Cut off the ring, work the body. And Rosado needs to pick his spots, you know, fight him from the outside. He's pretty big for a middleweight. I noticed him, he's very big at the weigh-ins yesterday.
That's sort of a strange stance where he has his right hand sometimes out in front of his left hand, even though he's fighting as an orthodox fighter with his left foot out in front. Maybe that's to try to catch some of the Golovkin power shots. I don't know. So far, Golovkin is forcing the fight. Golovkin has a ton of power, and Gabriel Rosado should respect that early. Doesn't need to mix with this guy, but in the meantime, he's got to land some shots.
Yeah, I agree. You don't need to mix it up early, especially early. And what I like about Rosado is just his confidence. You know, he said yesterday, you know, I don't get wind up. And the whole hype about Golovkin about it. He's a power puncher. I guess I'll find out when I'm in there with him, and I'll make adjustments. I know what to do, and hopefully he is able to make adjustments. Because when he does feel that Golovkin power, he hopefully doesn't go into a nutshell and just try to go into survival mode where he's just trying to survive here in the fight.
Well, so far, Raul, he hasn't felt the power of Golovkin yet. So he will take more chances as, you know, the early threat goes by. And if you take an early chance with this guy, you can be on the canvas just as quick. Right hand caught his chin. I don't know if Rosado felt the full power of it. But Rosado very, very confident when we talked to him yesterday.
Hey, he's long, he's rangy. So far, I mean, he's not winning this round, but I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to. Using his footwork, movement, trying to establish his jab, picking the shots.
Rosado in the blue trunks, sliding down to his left. He's a native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Gennady Golovkin, of course, as you know, is from Kazakhstan. All the tattoos are on the body of Gabe Rosado. Rosado has an interesting manager and a trainer in Billy Briscoe. I'm very confident about what they thought they could do with Golovkin, and they didn't seem to really respect the punching power of Golovkin because they're not convinced by the guys that he's fought so far that he's all that. And we're going to find out tonight. So far in this round, just based on aggressiveness, you got to go with Golovkin in the closing seconds of round number 1. That's it. Billy Briscoe giving one example of what he thinks his man should do. One of the better young trainers and a real historian of boxing.
Yeah, he knows his history, yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed him yesterday at the meetings, and he don't want Rosado to stand there. Give him angles and move.
Right. All right, this is round number 2. The Colonel Bob Sheridan with Raul El Diamante Marquez, and also with us tonight is Christina Poncher, adding color to our telecast from time to time. Our principals in there, Gennady Golovkin in the solid white trunks with a little bit of blue trim, and Gabriel Rosado in the red, white with blue. This is round 2, scheduled for 12. The IBO and the WBA middleweight championships are held by Golovkin. Rosado would like to lift those tonight. Rosado trying to get the angles, but so far not able to land anything. This guy Golovkin's pretty slick, though. You know, he cuts him off. Coming straight at him. When he moves, he reestablishes himself to keep himself in front when he comes in to nail him with shots.
And you'll see as the rounds go, you know, even this second round, Golovkin's already kind of closing the distance. He's getting closer, and I think that's when it gets closer, that's when Rosado's going to feel his power shots. Golovkin will work the body. He'll chop away at the body and take advantage of that. He's a very experienced fighter.
He used that left hand like he was hitting the speed bag, and then all of a sudden he drops the right hand. Takes his attention away with the left and then throws a hellacious right hand, but he didn't quite land as flushly on the face of Rosado. Does Rosado have a little slip on the left eye? I think he does.
Yeah, I think I see some. Yeah, I see some blood there. Yeah, I think Rosado is cut.
Yeah, and definitely by a punch. But we'll have to see how serious that is. And for the fourth time tonight, we got to cover up our neck shots. Uppercut, solid uppercut by Golovkin. I don't know if Rosado realizes he's cut yet. He misses all his shots. Golovkin does a nice job moving that head around, making it hard. A very hard target for Rosado.
And you know, Colonel, every time you miss shots, the way Rosado's missing shots, you're wasting energy. You know, he's getting tired, and then you got a big, strong guy like Golovkin that's on him, and he's pressuring him. This is only the second round. He's already cut. He's closing the gap.
And Golovkin reminds me of that Energizer Bunny. He just keeps coming and coming and coming.
Yes.
He hasn't landed anything big yet, but he's just right on top of you all the time. You don't get a chance to breathe. Feints, moves the head. He does a lot of things well. You see why everybody's so high on Golovkin. There's Rosado who tries to do something when he walks into a right hand that caught him pretty good on the jaw. So in the second round, Golovkin wins that, and he also, in the process, cuts Rosado's left eye.
Here we see Golovkin landed a nice right, nice counter right. And we see him just getting closer and closer in that gap. This is only the second round. Really relaxing there.
We'll slow down, okay? Water, Ben.
They know, Abel Sanchez knows he's an experienced fighter. I mean, trainer, know him back in his Terry Norris days. Abel Sanchez.
Just make sure you lower those shots, all right? Okay, right.
Abel's a great trainer,
Yes.
great friend of mine for many, many years, over 25 years, I would say.
Get out of there, Abel.
Steve Smoga hunts him out of there. Also another great friend and a great referee. So here we go to round number 3. Golovkin, I thought, won the first 2 rounds. And we'll see how it unfolds here. Rosado trying to land shots, but everything seems to be falling a bit short because Golovkin just keeps the pressure on him, constant pressure.
Yeah, just not enough zapping Rosado's punches.
And look at the difference in knockout percentage on your screen. Golovkin 87% to 61. That's 60 or 80, I can't tell. 61% to 87%.
That tells you how powerful Golovkin is. You see, now Rosado's kind of, he's standing there more. He's going to trade more. He's being forced to trade with Golovkin. That's when he's in a danger zone.
He's in a real danger zone if he tries this early to trade with him. But Golovkin, the problem with Golovkin, not that he's had that many fights that have gone the distance, but you know, this kid is in such magnificent physical condition, he doesn't wear down. He's got the perfect body style for a professional fighter. This guy had a ton of amateur fights and has adjusted to the pro ranks marvelously with his 24-0 record and 21 knockouts. Past the halfway mark now in the 3rd round. All Golovkin outboxing Gabe Rosado.
Oh, nice 1-2 there. Solid right by Golovkin. Oh,
Did he buckle the legs a little bit? I don't know. Rosado trying to hang in there and he got clipped again by the right hand. Now he tries to get away from Golovkin. Plants, comes with the uppercut. You just don't get to seem to land a clean shot on Golovkin. That's another thing.
I agree, and look at that, Golovkin just running right over, running right through Rosado, should I say. And I tell you, Rosado, he's a big dude. I saw, like, I go back to the weigh-ins, he's tall, he looks strong.
Yeah, this guy's an inch and a half taller And he's got a 2.5-inch advantage in reach, and you wouldn't know it by the way Golovkin has no trouble hitting him. Some good shots upstairs by Golovkin. Rosado tries to fight off the ropes, but nothing lands again. 25 seconds to go in this, the third round of the fight. So far, it's all Golovkin.
Now Rosado's he's got a nosebleed. He's bleeding from his nose. Got that little cut.
Tried to land the right hand. There's a little bit of puffiness underneath the eye of Golovkin.
Yeah, Golovkin just bring.
Joey, get out.
So an interesting night of boxing here in New York. We had Sean Monahan win a 8-round unanimous decision in the cruiserweight division, and then a full 12-round fight. Rocky Martinez in a split decision draw retains his title in a terrific boxing contest with Juan Carlos Burgos. This is in the 4th round now. Gennady Golovkin has outboxed Gabriel Rosado. And again, this was one of these fights where they talked about the plan B and C, and I haven't seen any change of plans of Rosado yet.
I haven't either, and I think in the 3rd round, the last round, Rosado felt the power, and as it goes, you know, this is the 4th round, he's going to feel it more. You see, look at him. He's standing there now, and that's what Golovkin wants. That's when he's going to take advantage. Working behind that jab.
Golovkin hasn't had that big blast to the body yet either that you would expect could hurt Rosado as well. But Golovkin has a lot in his arsenal, and will surprise him at some stage, I'm afraid, for Rosado. As Gary has just really been sort of ineffective so far. Well, he has come to fight. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. He's prepared to fight. But again, he's getting beat to the punch when Rosado uses his reach and height. The punch goes over the shoulder of Golovkin. The jab cut the bit of the chin of Golovkin. But Golovkin just, you know, he just keeps the pressure on Rosado unmercifully. Rosado has to get 2 seconds to grab a breath that this guy's not on top of him.
Yeah, he's not giving him any room, and
I can't tell now if there's another cut below the eye or that's the blood from the corner of the eye that happened back in the 2nd round.
yeah, Rosado is not doing anything, Colonel, to neutralize that pressure, that Golovkin pressure. He needs a more steady jab, more harder jab to get some respect from Golovkin, and I just don't see that happening.
Blood coming from the nose of Rosado as well. His face is getting busted up. Talking about breaking a guy down. Look at the jabs of Rosado all falling short. All the blood that's all over the shoulder of Golovkin is the blood from the face of Rosado. A little bit of puffiness in the eyes of the champion Golovkin. Oh, look at that left hook and the straight left hand again. And Rosado continues to miss shots and miss opportunities.
Look at Rosado, he looks red.
Yeah, well, he's red with blood, that's for sure. His face is all busted up. But nothing to the point where we got to consider stopping the fight.
Oh, he
finally catches Golovkin with a shot. Now, the problem is, you know, they're trying to motivate Rosado, but he's really getting beat up.
Yeah, he is.
As we go to the 5th round. I mean, he was breaking him down. By the 3rd round, he started breaking down poor Gabriel. And here he goes again.
Oh.
These are solid shots.
And now you can see Golovkin is sitting down more on them shots.
He is, because Rosado, you know, kind of stunned. He's like a deer in the headlights, sort of, as this guy, Steve Smoker, says stop, and they pay attention to him. Doesn't have to come in.
See, and I see Rosado, his legs ain't the same anymore. I mean, that's why he's standing there, being more stationary target for Golovkin, should I say.
I think Golovkin could catch up with him in this very round, because he's really, as you said, sitting down in the punches.
Oh.
He missed that big left hook that he threw right back. But it's the constant pressure. The constant pressure. Raul. He caught him with an uppercut, and Golovkin shakes his head, no, you didn't catch me.
You know, it's scary for a fighter like Rosado, you know. I mean, Golovkin is strong. He's powerful. He's in good shape. I mean, you hit him, it's like, you know, you're hitting a brick wall that just keeps coming at you.
Meanwhile, all of these shots that are thrown just one glancing blow. Rosado is trying extremely hard. Remember, this guy's from Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is only a short train ride from New York City, so there's a lot of people that are here to see Gabriel Rosado fight.
Rosado just got hit with a double hook, and he shaked his head. He said no. That was some power behind them shots. There goes that left hook again of Golovkin. Up the middle now, downstairs.
Uppercuts, here he is putting the pressure on Gabriel Rosado. Rosado taking a lot of punishment in this round.
Yeah, Golovkin is really mixing it up now. You know, he's changing up his combinations. Left hook, downstairs, going up the middle. He's a good fighter.
He's a terrific fighter. He's a terrific champion. We're going to be seeing a lot more of him, I'm sure. It's K2 Promotions working in conjunction with Top Rank Boxing. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of Gennady Golovkin. Blood's really coming from the nose of Gabe Rosado right now. I mean, it's really flowing down.
Yeah, Rosado's punches, they're just not doing anything to Golovkin to get some kind of respect or back him up.
20 seconds to go in the 5th round. This is kind of a better round in some ways for Rosado, but he's still getting beat up. He's taking a lot of punches in this round. Closing seconds now of the 5th. And you just wonder how much before this accumulation of punches that Golovkin is landing can Rosado take as the bell ends the 5th round. All right, we're coming up to round 6, and again the question is how much more punishment will the corner of Gabriel Rosado let him take?
Neutral. Doctor intervention.
Steve Smoger has asked for the doctor to come in and look at that cut, and it's a bad cut over the left eye of Rosado.
Okay, baby. Over here.
Doctor says okay. Steve Smoger right on top of that, but he'll be watching that eye closely. That, by the way, folks, is a bad cut in that left eyelid. The corner has done a nice job keeping it closed, and here is Golovkin on the assault.
And we see Rosado trying to hold on.
Rosado has really maybe got a second wind trying to do something, realizing that his time may be short because of this bad cut. A couple of more shots on top of that. Those are hard shots.
Go behind the head.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Smoger warns Golovkin, don't hit him behind the head, but he was tied up in there, and he had the hand free.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rosado, Rosado's fighting like a warrior. He's trying his best.
Doctor comes back up the stairs. Steve says okay. Steve Smoger, that is, the referee, says okay. He's just giving him a bit of time to recover because of the illegal blows. He didn't take any points away. So time is back in the 6th round. And Golovkin, like the jackrabbit, right on top of him again, pumping that piston-like jab in the face of Gabriel Rosado.
Step, step, step.
Notice the veteran referee Steve Smoger getting more active coming in because he wants to see that eye of Gabe Rosado. Make sure it doesn't get too damaged where he'll have to stop the fight. And in this case, stopped by a punch. It's a technical knockout victory for Gennady Golovkin. Big right hand lands again. Golovkin takes a big, deep breath, comes in with the left hook. All this stuff that Rosado does underneath, nothing's effective.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, he can't stop Golovkin. Like a train coming right at you.
And all that blood that's all over both of their bodies and trunks and every place else is from the eye and the nose of Rosado. Golovkin continues to use that as a jab, a half hook, an uppercut, that left hand. Looking to land that big blast with the right hand. Boy, I mean, this guy's a smart fighter. He even uses his right hand to try and cross and nail him on top of that eye again.
Good defense by Golovkin, good counter punching, good heavy-handed shots.
If Rosado gets knocked down, I don't know, or whether he gets knocked down or not, I don't see any way that that eye can hold up. That's a bad cut. I've seen a lot of cuts that I wouldn't be saying too much about, but that's a bad cut in a bad spot.
I agree. I don't see the fight going 12 rounds. I think Rosado is either going to get knocked out or they're going to stop the fight. Look how bad he's bleeding. Look at his face.
I mean, it's really coming down. His corner should really think about stopping the fight because he's lost every round of the fight so far, and he can't touch Golovkin, and he's really cut bad. We'll see if he's able to come out of the corner after the 6th round or if he has to retire or the doctors do him a favor and stop him.
This fight, I mean, thing to do.
All right. The doctor was in, so they get a little bit of extra time taking a look at that cut. And that doctor will take a look at that. He wants to stop it, I think. But he says no. And the fight will continue into the 7th round. Well, there's no question that Gabriel Rosado is a warrior because he is some kind of busted up. That eye is as bad as I've seen, and I've seen fights stop with a lot less cuts than that.
I would give Rosado this round for him to do something, make something happen. But it's impossible. I mean, you've seen the shots that he landed. He can't stop. He's not enough power to get respect from Golovkin.
He can't hold him off whatsoever. Golovkin just keeps on coming.
I mean, he's not showing anything. Look, he's just in survival mode, and they need to stop the fight here.
Well, one thing for sure, Steve Smoger's got a lot of experience, and if he sees that this guy can't defend himself and keeps taking blows, he'll stop the fight. He won't depend on the corner or the doctor, but, the corner's got a responsibility, and this guy's pretty busted up. Because it's academic to fight.
That's it.
It should be it.
It's a matter of time, guys.
There's a big uppercut in there, snaps the head back of Gabriel Rosado. One thing Golovkin hasn't been able to do is drop him. He's got that face totally busted up. But, you said from the get-go, almost a 2nd round on, that he's been breaking Rosado down, and he continues to do just that. Oh, look at these shots. And Golovkin is just really something else. He's really on top of this guy. But Rosado really doesn't have much of a shot right now.
And that's Rosado's blood on Golovkin, on his gloves and on his body.
All the blood that you see is from the eye of Golovkin and from the nose.
Just breaking him down round by round. Oh, look at that jab.
Come back, come over here.
He's asking for the doctor to come around and somebody from the commission to take a look at this guy.
Yeah, they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop it.
Well, there's a little bit less than a minute to go through the 7th round, and I don't think you'll see anything after this. Of course, I said that after the 6th round. And believe me, folks, this being my 936 world title fight, I've seen a lot of cuts, and I haven't seen any worse than this one. Blood's flying all over ringside here.
Yeah, we need umbrellas up here. There they go. Somebody's going to stop the fight.
That's it. Finally, the commissioner goes up, but the referee doesn't see it. And that's it. The fight is all over. They've stopped the fight. What happened was the corner stopped the fight. The commissioner went up on the apron. That's the proper way to stop the fight. So Billy Briscoe finally says, no, I've seen enough, and Billy Briscoe is the one that called to stop the fight.
I don't blame him. I think he made the right decision.
Now, I want to make it clear to the fans that throwing the towel in means nothing. The only reason why the inspector threw the towel in was to get the attention of Steve Smoger, the referee, whose back was to the corner. All right, here we go. This is how it all started, and right away you'll see Gennady Golovkin starts landing shots, and Rosado unable to really land too much at all. Gennady touches him up with the left hand, blasts him with the right hand, comes right back, nails him again. Look at that shot that almost dropped him. And as the rounds continue now, the blood continues to flow.
Exactly, and it didn't take long. By the 3rd round, Golovkin finally cut the distance, and as you see, Rosado was just a bloody mess. There we see that solid jab of Golovkin, accurate power shots. He's got Rosado all over the place. There we see the top fly in.
All right, Michael Bufford standing by.
And here at Madison Square Garden, referee Steve Smoger officially calls a halt to the bout. And the official time is 2 minutes 46 seconds, round number 7. The winner by TKO victory and still WBA IBO middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple J Golovkin.
So just a terrific fight. Let's get a comment from Christina. I haven't been able to get Christina Poncher in here too much. So Christina, you saw Golovkin, you saw Rosado.